Hello, and a very warm welcome back to Simple English Learning. Today, I want to talk about something that I believe is the single most important secret to learning any skill, especially a language. It's not about having a special talent. It's not about studying for 8 hours every day, and it's not about living in an English-speaking country. The real secret to fluency is consistency. It's the small things you do every single day that add up to create massive results. Many students ask me, what's the fastest way to become fluent? They are often looking for a shortcut or a magic trick. But the truth is, fluency isn't a destination you arrive at suddenly. It's a path you walk every day. A 15-minute walk every day will take you much further than a single exhausting run once a month. So today, I'm going to get very personal. I'm going to pull back the curtain and share with you the exact daily routine I used and still use to build and maintain my own English fluency. This isn't just a theory. This is a practical, real-life system that you can adapt and use, no matter how busy you are. This is my daily routine for fluency. The philosophy, micro-habits and immersion. Before we dive into the schedule, let's talk about the two powerful ideas that this routine is built on. First, micro-habits. A micro-habit is a tiny, easy action that you do every day. Instead of setting a huge goal like, I will study English for 3 hours, which is easy to fail, you set a goal like, I will listen to one English song. It's so small that you have no excuse not to do it. This routine is built from many small, powerful micro-habits. Second, immersion. Immersion doesn't mean you have to move to London or New York. It means creating an English bubble around you in your own home, on your own phone. It's about making English a natural part of your environment, not just a subject you study. My routine is divided into 4 parts. The morning wake-up, the commute or midday break, the wind down, and the weekly review. Let's start with the morning. Part 1. The morning wake-up. 15-20 minutes. The first hour of your day sets the tone for everything else. Instead of waking up and immediately checking social media in your native language, you can use this time to gently switch your brain into English mode. This doesn't have to be intense study. It should be enjoyable and easy. Activity 1. The English alarm. 1 minute. This is the simplest habit. I change the alarm sound on my phone to an English language radio news broadcast or a short clip from an English podcast. When I wake up, the first sounds I hear are in English. It's a gentle signal to my brain. Okay, it's time to think in English. It's a tiny change, but it makes a psychological difference. You're starting your day in the language. Activity 2. 5-minute podcast while brushing teeth. 5 minutes. While I'm in the bathroom getting ready, I don't stand there in silence. I have a go-to podcast, something easy and interesting. It could be a news summary podcast like The Daily from the New York Times, or a language learning podcast. The key is that it's short. 5 minutes is the perfect length. I'm not trying to understand every single word. I'm just letting the sounds, rhythm, and vocabulary wash over me. I'm absorbing the language passively while doing a routine task. This is called habit stacking. You add a new habit, listening to an existing habit, brushing your teeth. Activity 3. The phrasebook review with coffee. 10 minutes. This is my most important active learning for the morning. I have a small notebook, my phrase book. It doesn't contain single words. It contains full, useful phrases or chunks I've learned. We talked about this in a previous video. Always learn in phrases. While I drink my morning coffee or tea, I open my notebook and review just one page. I read the phrases out loud. For example, if the page has phrases for agreeing in a meeting, I might say aloud, "I see your point." That's a valid concern. I'm on the same page. Reading them aloud warms up my mouth muscles for speaking English. It brings the vocabulary from my passive memory into my active memory. This isn't about learning new things. It's about activating what I already know. After 10 minutes, I close the book. The session is complete. It was short, focused, and successful. I've already had a small English victory before my workday has even begun. So, in just 15-20 minutes, without any stress, I have already listened to English and actively practiced speaking. This consistency in the morning builds incredible momentum. Part 2. The commute or midday break, 20-30 minutes. This part of the day is for more active input. Whether you're traveling to work, going for a walk, or just taking a lunch break, this is a golden opportunity for learning. This is where you consume content that you genuinely enjoy. The golden rule. Learn with your hobbies. The fastest way to get bored and quit is to force yourself to learn with boring materials. The key to consistency is enjoyment. So, I connect my English learning to my passions. If you love stories, listen to an audiobook or a storytelling podcast. Audiobooks are amazing because you hear the correct pronunciation and intonation over a long period. You can get lost in the story, and you forget that you're studying. If you love self-improvement, there are thousands of podcasts on productivity, finance, and psychology in English. Find one you like and subscribe. You're learning about a topic you're passionate about, and the English learning comes as a bonus. If you love comedy, watch clips from English-speaking comedians or late-night talk shows on YouTube. Laughter is a powerful tool for learning. It relaxes you and makes the language more memorable. During my commute, I would always listen to a podcast related to history, a topic I love. It never felt like work. I was just learning about history. The fact that it was in English was the medium, not the focus. This is how you achieve effortless immersion. The active listening technique. During this time, I don't just listen passively. I practice active listening. This means I try to pick out one or two new words or interesting phrases. When I hear a phrase I like, for example, "to go the extra mile," I pause the audio and say the phrase out loud 2 or 3 times. Go the extra mile. He always goes the extra mile. Then, I make a quick note of it on my phone. I don't write down 20 words, just 1 or 2. This makes it manageable and effective. This 20-30 minute block is my main input session for the day. It's enjoyable, it's related to my interests, and it provides me with new vocabulary to add to my phrasebook later. Part 3. The wind down, 15-20 minutes. The end of the day is for relaxing and creative output. The goal here is to switch from consuming English to producing English in a low-pressure way. This is critically important for fluency. You must practice creating your own sentences. Activity 1. The No Translation Zone Journal 10 minutes. Before bed, I take out a simple notebook. For 10 minutes, I write about my day. There is only one rule. I must write only in English. I am not allowed to look up words in a dictionary or use a translator. What if I don't know a word? This is where the magic happens. I have to describe it using the words I do know. For example, if I can't remember the word corkscrew, I can't just give up. I have to write. I use the tool that opens a wine bottle. It's metal and it twists. This exercise is one of the most powerful things you can do for fluency. It trains your brain to think of solutions within English, instead of constantly reaching for a translator. It builds creative language skills. Your writing won't be perfect. It will be full of simple language and maybe some mistakes. It does not matter. No one will read it but you. This is a private gym for your brain. Activity 2. Entertainment in English, 10+ minutes. After my brain workout, I relax with some entertainment. I change the language settings on my streaming services, like Netflix or YouTube, to English. I might watch one episode of a series I enjoy, or a short video from a creator I follow. Here's a tip for this. Start by watching something you have already seen in your native language. If you watch a movie you already know, you don't have to worry about the plot. You can relax and focus on the dialogue, the slang, and the natural expressions people use. I often use English subtitles, not subtitles in my native language. This connects the spoken words to the written words and reinforces spelling. This isn't studying, this is fun. It's a reward for a day of hard work, but it's still immersing you in the language. You are ending your day the same way you started it, inside your English bubble. Part 4. The Weekly Review. 30 minutes on a weekend. Consistency every day is the engine, but you still need to steer the car. The weekly review is how you steer. Once a week, maybe on a Sunday morning, I take 30 minutes to organize and consolidate what I've learned. Step 1. Process your notes. 15 minutes. I look at the quick notes I took on my phone during my commute, the 1 or 2 new phrases per day. I now look them up properly. I check their meaning, see a few more example sentences online, and then I select the very best ones, maybe 5-7 phrases for the whole week, and write them neatly in my main phrase book. This is how my phrase book grows with high-quality, useful language that I discovered myself. Step 2. The Speak to Yourself Challenge, 15 minutes. This is the final crucial piece. I choose a simple topic. It could be my goals for next week or my opinion on the movie I watched. I set a timer for 5-10 minutes and I talk about it out loud to myself in English. This feels very strange at first, but it is the closest you can get to real speaking practice without a partner. It connects all the dots. The vocabulary you listened to, the phrases you reviewed, the thoughts you wrote down, you now have to pull them all together and produce spontaneous speech. You will hesitate. You will make mistakes. That is the point. This is where real fluency is born, in the struggle to find the words and form the sentences yourself. Conclusion: your system for success. So, that is the routine. As you can see, it's not about long hours of painful study. It's about clever, consistent, and enjoyable integration of English into your daily life. Let's recap the total time. Morning, 15-20 minutes. Commute break, 20-30 minutes, evening. 15-20 minutes. That's about an hour a day, broken up into manageable bite-sized pieces. Anyone can find an hour a day. The power of this routine is not in what you do in one day. The power is in the compounding effect of doing it for 30 days, 100 days, a whole year. This daily practice builds a foundation so strong that fluency becomes the natural result. It stops being something you are chasing and becomes a part of who you are. Your routine might look different from mine. Maybe you prefer reading in the morning and listening at night. That's perfect. Take this structure, adapt it to your life and your interests, and make it your own. The most important step is the first one. Start small. Start today. And be consistent. That is the true path to fluency. Thank you so much for joining me today at Simple English Learning. I believe in you. And I know you can do this.